key thing, if you only get one thing out of what I'm going to say right here, just know. Alright, Mr. Woolley, what do you think so far? It's day 2, we got about a third of the day done.
Life changing right now, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, just a lot of stuff going on and a lot of changes being done in my life. I can already feel it as it is.
Cool.
About to learn about how to get my finances back on track.
Perfect.
Get my money where it needs to be and find my way with God.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. So what do you think so far, Mr. Epling?
It's good. It's good. It's been awesome. Learning a lot.
All right, what'd you get out of today or the weekend? What was your most impactful moment? Try that again.
I gotta think now about what I want to say. No, I'm playing. The biggest revelation that I had this weekend as I was, toning in my focus on, I asked God before I went and I was like, what do you want me to learn? Speak to my heart, open up, my heart's open wide. I'm ready to hear any truths or any revelations that you want to speak to me. And the biggest thing that I kept hearing is, diving into the word and really knowing and being rooted in that truth and living that out in your life. So I'm very new, I haven't read the Bible very much. Even though I should have, and I should have been as I was younger. So I'm new at, the truths of what God has for us and the truths that we should live by. But, it's never too late to get started, so.
Cool, perfect. What an incredible conference at Faith Life Church. I just wanted to touch a little bit on Saturday and say thank you to Aaron for the message and to the rest of the men who also taught and helped bring a message this Saturday. I tell you what, thinking of those 3 foundational things that Aaron talked about on Saturday morning are so key in my life to my success as I've moved forward this past year, this past couple of years, thinking about how important forgiveness is. Forgiveness is so vital to your success. Forgiveness is tied to so many negative things. If you haven't forgiven someone, please forgive somebody. Forgiveness is so key. Thinking about pride and what pride can do to somebody, we have got to relinquish pride. Another term for that would be ego. I mean, ego is huge in the fact that you can take your ego, crumple it up and just stomp on it and get rid of it. It's huge to interacting with people and not having an ego. And the last thing that Aaron talked about was our words and how important the things that we say are so important to just planting the right type of seed, because you're planting something. You're planting wheat or you're planting weeds based on what you say. Another key thing, if you only get one thing out of what I'm going to say right here, just know and just picture yourself this. When we talk, when we say something, imagine that, and this is true if you call yourself a follower of Jesus and you're a believer, you are seated at the right hand with him next to the Father, and in that position you're a king. When you're a king and you're a queen, when you speak, you actually are you're putting something into motion. You're putting forth a decree, a deed, and people and things start to go in motion for you. Faith begins to be activated by what you say. So what are you saying? Are you planting seeds of good words, loving words, encouraging words, and constructive criticism when needed? Or are you gossiping? Are you slandering? Are you putting things down? Are you putting your wife down, your kids down, your husband down? What we speak is so important because we're always planting seeds by what we say. So thank you. Thank you for bringing those messages, Aaron. Thank you for the rest of the men who were a part of that. Rich for putting this together, and the food and the Chick-fil-A and the Firehouse subs. It all was fantastic. My kids were impacted, my friends were impacted, and that's what matters most to me, is that lives legitimately were changed and territory was regained, or we will be taking more territory in the future, and so will you.